Crypto lovers and enthusiasts, what up? Let's look at charts today. We're gonna look at we're gonna do some technical analysis, get an idea, because people are getting scared. Crypto is, Bitcoin is looking like it's testing that 27,000 level. How low can we go? Well, let's take a look at charts and try to come to conclusions. All right, we're also going to look at the DXY. We're also going to look at all the other markets, because as we know, everything is interconnected. Oh, wait a second. We'll also probably look at some altcoins, because that's what I'm focused on, and maybe we're in some positions, and maybe based on the charts, we are in some good accumulating positions. Remember, dollar cost averaging. And now, without further ado, let's do this. All right, so let's start with Bitcoin on the daily. This is kind of my main chart here. Let's bring it in a little bit more. Here we go. There we go. As you can see today, well, we're looking on daily 1, 2, 3, 4 days of red, right? So on October 8th, we lost basically this area of support, which was support only for like a couple of days, right? On the 7th and the 8th, and then boom, gone. Wicked, came back up, and then just said, no, we're going down. We're going down. And now today we are testing this area of support again, around 27,000. We have wicked above it. It's interesting. It's interesting. Do we stay here? Do we stay in this box, or do we come back down here to where we've been and spent since August 18th in this area? You know, minus a couple of movements up into this area, but for the most part, and really never going below this area of 25,157, which has been very strong, guys. Very strong. Let's look at another chart that I created. Same thing, Bitcoin, just a different way of doing it, right? And we're gonna put this one. We're gonna put this one on the monthly, because we really want to get a good idea of what's going on. And here you can clearly see, right? Let me just explain the chart really quick. Obviously, this is a channel between 31,700 and about 24,977, right? For the last, including this month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. We'll say March to 8 months, right? The last 8 months we have been in this range, right? Bodies closing right through here again, between 31,000, 31,600 basically, the high end. Wicks, really no bodies, and 25,000, yeah, we'll say 25,000 and some change. All right. And it looks like, you know, this is the end of the year. This is the start of New Year. On this side is the start of the New Year, and this is the Bitcoin halving, this green one. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be in between this, right? Barring like major catastrophe, the start of World War III, which God hope it doesn't happen. Barring a black swan event, it looks like we are going to be within this channel somewhere, the lower end or the higher end at the end of the year. I don't know. Right now, it seems like we're going to be maybe testing the lower end again, seeing if this area is support. Now, there's this line right here again at basically 25,000, right? And then below that, there is this ascending line, you know, which we have yet to come back and touch. The last time we did touch it was January 2023, right? 3 months, just kind of right there. Seeing if we were going to go below that, and really we didn't. This was the cycle lows, right here, 15,000 and a half, and since then we really haven't gone below that. So this line maybe is of strength, and at some point we are going to revisit it. You know, even if we stay within this channel after November, we are going to be able to just touch it without going below this 25,000, right? Because it's ascending and it's going up. So that's something of interest. You know, maybe we do touch it in November, but that's no big deal. You know, maybe we bounce off it into December and start moving up before maybe coming back down and testing it again. You know, or maybe we don't test it the rest of this year. You know, and it doesn't go much lower than where we are right now, guys. You know, it doesn't go much lower than this body right here at 25,900 or just shy of 26,000. You know, and then go back up, and then later this year. The beginning of the new year, we tested again to see before moving up for the for the halving, right? Because after the halving is when the fun starts, right, guys? After the halving is when the good times get going. So that's interesting. Again, we can see it right here. You know, this area right here is strong support so far, you know, in this month. So I mean, for these months, you know. So yeah, really just a range round, guys. It doesn't really look that scary if you zoom out like that, right? Does it? Doesn't. This to me is like an opportunity, you know, and I don't see us going much lower for now. Again, barring a black swan and all that stuff that's been thrown at Bitcoin, right? All the negativity, and it's still staying pretty strong, guys. That should tell you something. Now, the dollar has now come back down here. We're testing right here to see if this is an area of support. If we lose that, then you know that's pretty much where this thing has topped out at locally, anyways, because the top, at least the most recent top was right here, right on September 28th, right? So that's interesting. Again, I didn't think we were gonna go up here. I really didn't. I was kind of surprised that we actually went over this, but you know, these things happen and we have to be prepared. But it seems though, I mean, unless right here, this will be interesting right here. If we can actually bounce off of here, then yeah, if we can bounce off of here and start building up again, then yeah, maybe we do come up in this area. But we'll see. So I mean, things are looking fairly interesting. The Dow Jones, look at the V shape, boom, back up. Last time we did that, right, we went all the way up here. So last time we did something similar, right? So let's see. Do we do it again? Or was this the high, the all-time high, and now we're just kind of trying to get back up and ultimately failing and going down? Too early to tell still. Another V shape, as you can see on the NASDAQ, right? Trying to get back over this line to see if we can get back over here. Maybe it's just a respite. I'm sorry, not a respite. Maybe it's just attempting to try to get up here. Maybe it's a double top and maybe we do come back down. I don't know. It's still too early to tell, but this is at least is looking relatively good. S&P. All right. And remember, we're in times of war. There's basically like 2 wars going on right now that I know of. Let's see. The bond yields have come back down. And that does make sense because during times, because of the conflict, people are want a flight to safety. So they're going back into bonds, and going back and buying bonds, the yield does start to go down. But we'll see. Again, we are in crucial areas to see if this is going to hold a support from here to bounce back up, or do we just lose it and start coming back down. Let's look at oil really quick. Oil, nice. We see some drops. Went up, gapped. Now we're filling the gap. All right, as happened 2 days later. And let's see if we're going to bounce off of here or if we're going to keep dropping. Interesting, right? Interesting. That's WTI crude. So those are the markets, guys. Let's go back and revisit this again. Again, do we come back down here? 25,000. You know, within this channel, to come back, test, come, and then work our way towards the top, maybe in December, and finish up around 30,000, 31,000. Time will tell. Now let's look at some. Interesting charts as far as cryptos that I like, that I'm in. Giving back a lot, right? Let's put some Fibonacci's on this bad boy. This is like low to here. Okay, 786. Okay, so here we go. 786 is at 0.0044. Let's see if it does hold here and bounce, or does it give it all back and we go back down here? Quite possible. But again, this is an opportunity. When you miss this, right? You waited, hopefully, and now you're given a second chance. Crypto does that. Crypto gives us second chances, guys. Opportunities at similar price points. It's pretty much close to where my average buy-in was 40.0044, which is at the 786. So hey, that's not bad, and I think I had a pretty good buy price. If it goes lower, then I will buy. But we'll see if it bounces off of this 0.0044 on Veracity. Interesting, very interesting. I spoke Spanish right there. Let's see. Fab Wealth, another interesting one. It's giving back all of this, right? And I said, you know, it could possibly come back here and test it, and it seems like it might, right? So here, and it's actually just slightly above my average buy. So I mean, if it comes down here, I'm probably gonna add just a little bit more. I already filled the bags that I wanted to, but if it does to come down here, I'll add just a little bit more to lower this average, because I like the project and I do want to have more exposure in gaming. Nakamoto Games yesterday, I saw it at 60 cents down here, and I'm like, I was in bed, I'm like, should I get up and buy it? I didn't. I said I've waited, and maybe this is a little head and shoulders pattern that could possibly be forming here, right? Boom, maybe it's too early. Again, too early to tell off of this line at 60 cents, but maybe we topped out for a little while, and maybe we do come down, and maybe we do test down here again, which I'm gonna be a buyer if we do below 60 cents. If it hits 60 cents again, I'm gonna nibble, and then let's see if it comes back down here at 50 in the 50s. Would be cool to get it under 50 cents. Would be cool, because people are talking that it'll get to $1 this year. Maybe, depends on what the rest of the market does, but it's pretty strong. GFAL also waiting, staying strong. I'm being patient. I have to hit my bag. I have like a few $300 more to hit the amount, but then I'll reassess after that and see if I'll add more. I do want to get more into gaming. I am loaded up on real world asset plays, so we'll see. Another one that I did want to bring interest to your attention. Trias clearly in this channel right now, right? And maybe heading down. Do we stay at 288? Will that be like the local bottom basically, or do we come back down to 250? Interesting. But this area is pretty good. My average buy is actually at around 288. So I'm gonna wait to see if it goes below it. I have filled my bags. I have a nice position in Trias. I like the project, but if it goes below this and we get closer to 250, I might have to add a little bit more. So I like that. And remember, Trias is one that's interesting because in MEXC there is some difference. And sometimes a lot, so you could buy it a lot cheaper here. Sometimes you can, but this is KuCoin. Sometimes you can buy it cheaper in KuCoin. So that's why I have both of them looking at to see, where the better deal is. And I advise, if you're interested, probably do something similar. Okay. Or AI looks strong. Let's see right here. It has dropped a little bit, right? Or not really. It's just pretty much rejected off of this area, 240 something, 247, right? So let's see if it holds at 225, or if we drop some more, which would be cool. My average buy I think is 188. Yeah, 188. So if it comes back down here, I will be a buyer again, and I'll probably just, if it does come back down there, I'll probably look to double my position, right? Because I do like the project. I'm okay with what I have, but if it comes back down here and it goes below $1.88, then yeah, I will look to double my position. Let's see what else. Ecta Garbage. Let's look at some real world plays. Ecta Garbage right now. Look at this. I had a chance to sell right here at a huge loss, but I didn't. Maybe I'm gonna wait. This is like a $3,200 loss for me if I sell, which is sucks. But hey, maybe I can use that for tax purposes. But we'll see what happens. They are trying to work to change it. Maybe they'll rebrand and become another one. Hopefully, if they do, they'll give me a 1-to-1 or give us a 1-to-1 on the new project. Ecta for the new project, which other projects have done before. But we'll see. Leo X. Maybe this has bottomed out. I don't own this project, but I do see it. They're real world assets tokenizing luxury goods. But as you can see, the chart is pretty crappy. And but this could be opportunity. I don't know too much about the project, but I do see it on some lists. I'm not in it though, but I do watch it. STBU, these are all like my real world asset plays. STBU, we've gone below this. Let's see. This could be opportunity. I'm kind of filled. Maybe I'll touch a little bit, but I'm waiting to see what the rest of the market does. You can see my average buy is way down here, way up here. I'm sorry, almost 3 cents. I bought too early. I bought too late. I'm sorry. And let's see. But I mean, it's staying strong, and I don't know if it'll go too much below this. If it does go a little bit lower, then maybe I will add a little bit more to it, because I do believe it's a good project. UBXS, super low cap, micro cap basically, and it looks like we are going back here to test again these lows. So I don't have my average buy here, but it's higher than where it is right now. Maybe I'll add just a smidge more, but we'll see. Maybe this is a local double bottom. We'll see if it recovers out of this. But again, I'm being patient. I am watching everything, but I am being patient because I do want to hold some capital in case Bitcoin does drop some more, which it might. Creditify dropping below this line. We're in this channel right here between 003 and 001. All right, so let's see. We're now, this is kind of like the midpoint, and we've dropped below it. Let's see if we do try to come back down here again and test to see what's going on there. Interesting. Creditify also another one. They do lending. They are in real world assets. They would be considered a real world asset place, but they do lending, and it's interesting. I like the project. Team is building. Chart looks pretty crappy, but I think it's opportunity. Rio. Could we be getting down at 10 cents? If we do, I filled my bag recently. My average buy is here, $13.95, and that's because I was buying the rest of my bags here. I bought lower, obviously, and buying here actually increased my average buy. So that's that. If we get down to 10 cents, I might add a little bit more, but I do have a pretty decent bag of Rio, pretty good bag. But if I do come down here, I'll probably try to get to maybe 40 or 50,000 Rio. Let's see, lambs. I like lambs. All-time lows. Basically, we are at all-time low area, but I have my bag filled, right? I got like 15 million lambs. I don't know if I should add more, because I want to allocate to other projects, and I already have enough. My average buy is up here, so I'm down, but that's okay. These things come back up really quick during a bull run, guys, especially if the project is good, and the project is good. These guys are working, so I do have blabs on Gate.io and KuCoin. Again, the same reason. Sometimes there's differences, and I would buy it on a different exchange if it's I would buy it on a different exchange if the price is better. Okay. Land share, pretty close. This is my average, 62 cents, and it's at 53 cents. So not bad. I have a nice bag. Maybe I'll try to get and I've reached to where I want to. Maybe I will add some more if it goes below 50, if it drops a little bit more. I think it's a good project. These projects are all good. These are all my real world asset plays. Maybe I'll do one video just focusing on those. And I think that's it. And let's see what else. CTI one I've been looking at again. Interesting, right? Because I've been in the chats and reading what the team has been saying and everything. And pretty bullish, pretty good. They seem pretty on it. Interesting, very interesting. I have a nice bag of it. I really don't know if I will add more, but we'll see. We'll see. I am down on this. I haven't put my average in, but I am down on it. It's okay, not a big deal. I was actually down in the previous bear market in the previous cycle a lot more than what I am now, and on that one I turned out really well. That went from 5 figures to 7 figures. So I mean, I expect since I am actually less down than what I was in comparison to that, I actually expect a lot more from this one. Naka, man, I hope it really does drop down more. We'll see 39 cents. So any buy below here, I'm still upping my average. This is my average, 39 cents, but still, if it drops down, that'd be cool, man, because I do want to load up on this. I do feel that this is gonna do really well. Crypto tanks. Don't really talk too much about it. Looks like we're going back down, all-time lows. This is my average buy. Not too bad. It's okay. Super risky. Super low cap. But we'll see. Maybe I add a little more, but I don't think so. GFAL. I already did that one. Compete. Let's see what's going on with Compete. Compete staying pretty strong up there, huh? Look at that. I just made a video on it yesterday, I believe. It's pretty strong, but maybe with some more patience, maybe it does drop. See, what goes up must come down, guys, and they're right now on that high about being listed on Epic. But once that dies down, once that euphoria fades, come down. Keep in mind, veracity, all right? Keep in mind that. This is what we can expect, okay? Sinverse, bags are packed, ready to go. Let's see. Does it come back down? If it does, maybe I'll buy some more, but for right now, I'm waiting. I'm looking at it. What's pay? It's looking nice. If it drops down here, 0.013 penny, basically a 0.015 is where it's at. If it comes back down here, maybe I buy some more. We'll see. I'll let you guys know though. All right. So that's pretty much it. There's some technical analysis. Bitcoin honestly doesn't look bad. If it drops, guys, it is opportunity. But keep in mind, you know, if it drops, more than likely we ain't going below 25,000 as far as I can see. And if it does, in my opinion, we ain't going below 23,790, because this ascending line could be another area where we bounce off of. You know, maybe a fake out down here, touch, and keep it, and then start the move up. Possible. All right, pure speculation on my end, but we'll see what happens. All right, my peoples, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some utility, and let me know. Let me know on the comments what you're thinking. 2 heads are better than 1. More heads are better. Different eyes, different perspectives. I don't have all the answers, but together as a group, maybe we could come to some good conclusions and some good ideas. So I think it doesn't look as scary as some people are saying. All the doomsdayers. I don't know. Maybe I will be wrong, but we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. All right. Hey, give a like, subscribe, please. Let's increase those numbers, and let's keep it moving, man. Let's try to make some money off of sharing information. Right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.